is going to bowl the first ball and straight away going round the wicket. No one at fine leg. There's a man at deep square leg. And straight away they're off the mark. There's no one in there at mid-wicket. They'll take singles until the cows come home if they stick with this field. It just may be that these two will play a little bit cautiously if the sorts of fields that are set by the Indian captain are such that they block them out from the big ones.
The field, the placing of the Indian captain is very obvious. He's got his fielders right on the edge of the boundary. The fielders at mid-off and mid-on, because he's well aware of the fact that both the openers like to hit the ball up in the air if it's pitched even anywhere near up. They don't have a deep fine leg. Quick bowlers normally have a deep fine leg. They've got a deep square leg.
Yes, he's been strategically placed. Anything in the air in that direction, it's a long boundary. They're looking to get him out caught there. Over the wicket to the right-hander. It's in the air, it's going down to third man, it's going to be out caught, he's got him, he's out, first ball, caught down to third man. What a start to the Indians. Kallu with Aruna has been out, caught at third man. What a start. The Bengalis are going berserk.
Well, short and wide, just the kind of delivery Kallu loves to play normally. But this time it's the first ball he's faced. He's hit it up in the air. And Sanjay Manjrekar making no mistake at all. And that's a big, big blow for the Sri Lankans. They have lost their first wicket of the second ball of the match. Kallu out for duck. And Sri Lanka are 1 for 1.
Asanka Gurusingha, what a challenge this is for him. All that experience is going to be called upon here. 133 matches, average of 28. He's a pretty solid player. He's a left-hander, but he's down at the non-strikers end. Jayasuriya's on strike. This is Sanath again. Listen to that roar. Oh, they think he's caught him. They're out of their seats again. Well, let's have another look at this first ball. He lost the grip on his bat. Have a look at this. He goes for it. His left hand comes off the bat there. It flies away. This is a good catch.
Well, yes, it's not easy to pick the ball up in the background of the crowd here at the Eden Gardens. But, of course, this is the white ball. The red ball is even more harder. And Sanjay Manjrekar judging it very well. I can well imagine what must be going through his mind as the ball was coming down to him.
Oh, that's gone to third man. This could be out as well. He's got him. It's unbelievable. Jayasuriya caught at third man. Well, would you believe it? Jayasuriya is out caught at third man. And the two players most feared in world cricket are back in the pavilion.
Well, what a blow again. Jayasuriya, notwithstanding that early dismissal in the same over, playing a similar shot. Venkatesh Prasad was put in 5 yards inside the boundary rope, and he's made no mistake either. So Sri Lanka down 2 wickets and just 1 run on the board.
De Silva is the new batsman. And that is the first over. A single, a wicket, a dot ball and a wicket. India could not have wished for a better start. These fast bowlers have been having nightmares about those two and they're out. Well, let's have another look at that wicket.
And what a funny game cricket is. In the previous game, Srinath got clobbered all over the park by the Pakistani batsman, and here in his first over of the match, he's captured 2 important wickets for his team.
Yes, what an over, what a start, what a reaction from this crowd. Oh, he's got that away, that's off the edge, no slip in position, so that's for the first boundary to the Sri Lankans. Well, it's going to be very interesting to see how they respond now. They aren't used to going out there, these two batsmen, without a few runs on the board. Well, that's a good shot. That's beautifully played. That's 2 boundaries in a row. That's a lovely shot. This is a fast outfield. Don't underestimate the rest of this batting lineup. They have got some batting depth, and I can tell you they will be very, very focused. This is a good shot to start with for Aravinda. He's got 1 nick away for 4, but that one was right off the meat of the bat. Once again, Javagal Shinap. Beautifully played. That's 4. Take that. This is a tremendous temperament. What a beautiful shot.
This is the shot of a man who has plenty of class, plenty of talent.
Off the edge, and that'll go for 4, I think. Yes, it will. It's a thick edge, no slips in there. And that's the second one that Aravinda De Silva has managed to get away fine.
Well, in spite of those 2 early wickets, Aravinda De Silva is not going to stop playing his shots. And I think that's the right attitude, because if you let the bowlers get on top of you, then it'll become harder as play goes on.
He's got that away for 4. Well, there's no fine leg. They've decided to sacrifice the fine leg in order to get themselves another deep fieldsman on the offside. Anything that beats the man short on the leg side is going to go for 4. Oh, he's got that away too. That could go all the way. Just short, is it? Yes, 1 bounce for 4. Well, they're going along at over 5 and over. So 12 runs off that over. Sri Lanka 35 for 2.
For me.
And pulled away by Guru Singha, but straight to the man at mid-on, and Sri Lanka lose their 3rd wicket. Guru Singha gone 35 for 3.
Well, this is a nightmare for Sri Lanka. Absolute nightmare. They probably thought they might lose an odd wicket going for the runs early on, but I don't think in their wildest dreams they could have thought of losing a 3rd one in the 7th over and being 35 for 3.
Well, Sri Lanka 35 for 3. Is this a dramatic start or what? Don't even have 7 overs bowled as yet, and 3 top order batsmen back in the pavilion. Roshan Mahanama, the new man in. That's beautifully played by De Silva through the offside. This outfield is like lightning. 4 runs.
There's a lovely shot there. He just waited for it. Shortish back lift. Just a lot of wrist here. Hit it on the rise. And it skated along the outfield. Shot. Again on the rise. A bit of width outside off stump. I think he's got a ball straighter than that. He's a technically correct player. I don't think he's going to throw the bat as badly as the openers did. He's going to play orthodox cricket, width, super shot.
Oh, he's pulled that one out from outside the off stump and smashed it through square leg.
Well, it's very effective, is that, but like a Sunday afternoon slog in the garden, that.
And again, played away beautifully on the onside, this time by Aravinda De Silva. The ball might just go all the way to the fence. It does. It just was a push, and the ball really raced away to the fence. Straight away a bit of turn, but nicely played by Mahanama. Waited for it and placed it beautifully.
Well, that was a poor first delivery.
Srinath to continue, and De Silva on strike. And that's beautifully played through the covers for 4 runs, and what a way to bring up his 50.
Well, there's no wonder everybody's applauding. That was a fine half-century. Not only came quickly, it came in a precious situation. Very, very important innings for Sri Lanka. Well, that's a bad ball. Terrible ball. Really bowled a reasonable few deliveries, but that's as bad a ball as he could bowl with it turning. It's so wide, he could have picked his spot about 3 different areas.
And this has been beautifully stroked away, square of the wicket on the offside by Arvind De Silva for 4 more runs.
Yes, I'm a little bit surprised that Azza's keeping him on, actually. He's done his day's work virtually with the 3 early wickets. And the ball's just coming onto the bat and he's just whipping it away. He's just taking it on the rise beautifully.
And driven this time through the covers again by De Silva. Jadeja giving chase but gives it up for 4 more runs.
Well, it's money for old rope, this, to a class player. And I just felt... I think he's made a little mistake here, Azza. They just kept him on. The batsman's got the line of him, he's got the length of him, and he fancies him, to be blunt.
There's ball in, that's beautifully bowled. Middle stump is out the ground. Vinod Kambli has once again delivered for the Indians. Clever tactics by the Indian captain, Mohammad Azharuddin. And that's a beautiful delivery. The middle stump is lying flat.
Just look at the jubilant crowd, absolutely delighted at the wicket of De Silva. Big blow for Sri Lanka. De Silva rather tentative on that one, getting a slight inside edge and knocking his middle stump. A beautiful delivery by Kambli. Ball drifting into the batsman and going straight through.
What a blow. Aravinda De Silva has played a little gem of an innings. 66 off 47 balls. He was definitely the danger man. He's been removed.
He's certainly going to hold Sri Lanka's batting together.
Well, the captain has flicked that one away nicely. He's got one, and so he's off the mark.
Great shot into the gap, and the outfield is so very fast here at Eden Gardens. That's 4 runs. Good shot, nicely played, late, gone very fine, and it's 4 runs. Not quite the great acclaim to the crowd for a 4.
It's a good fight back this by Sri Lanka after losing those 3 early wickets. And Ranatunga again playing a top shot there, opening the face of the blade very late and running the ball down. Fine third man for 4. Really is a smart cricketer. Well, again played beautifully by Ranatunga for the second time in this over. A very good one for Sri Lanka. 10 runs coming off it. 166 for 4 after 32. And there again, a loud appeal for leg before. He's given him this time. A big blow for Sri Lanka, losing their captain. Leg before wicket to Tendulkar. 168 for 5.
That's a great blow struck by Tendulkar for India. Umpire Mitchell, a long, close look, and he's decided to rule Ranatunga out LBW.
.168 for 5. The crowd coming back to life at the fall of Ranatunga's wicket. Tilakaratne, the new man in, and Ranatunga wasn't at all happy with that decision.
Oh, Tilakaratne gets off the mark. Again, the flashing blade and a great deal of fortune.
Well, there's certainly a lot of spin there for anybody who's prepared to rip it. Well, I think Mahanam has got to try and go on for a few more overs yet. So important. He's saying now that he can't go on. It looks he's in big trouble. Big trouble he's in.
Well, you can't say he hasn't tried. I mean, it's been a very brave effort. He's obviously been injured for a few overs now.
Well, it looks like cramp, doesn't
looks like
it,
cramp.
doing that?
Well, you say it's as hot as hell. I'd get him on the table now and rub like hell, because he's got to get back out there in 3 or 4 overs.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's played a class innings for them. He's kept his cool in a difficult situation. He's played really well.
Dharmasen is the new batsman. And the 200 comes up. Well, there was a time when Sri Lanka would have settled for 200. Such was the struggle at the start. Good recovery, and now is the important time. Will they press on? Will they get to 230, 240?
Tendulkar to continue over the wicket. He's bowled in. It's a off stump. He's tried to drag that one away to the leg side, and the stumps have gone back. Tendulkar bowling his little off-cutters. A little pat on the back, and this crowd enjoying it very much.
Well, the crowd was waiting for that wicket because it looked as if the New Zealand lower order batsmen were going to stage for recovery. And Dharmasena here now playing right across the line to Tendulkar. And in one-day cricket, if you bowl straight, if the batsman misses, you hit. So Sri Lanka have lost their 6th wicket for 206.
Got a deflection there. I don't know whether it was off the bat or pad. It'll probably go all the way, or will it get stopped? That's well done. It's rolling towards the rope. It's 4. Yes, just flicked the rope. Well, he's picking it up and throwing it back. I'm afraid that's got to be given as 4. Well, let's have another look at that. I'm afraid that I thought that one rolled into the rope. Let's have a look. Watch the fieldsman come in now. Let's see if we can see it hit the rope. Yes, it did. That's for sure. Very good shot down the ground. This will go for 4. Will it? Yes, it's beaten Sidhu. Well, he went sliding along the surface there. I can't say it was the best slide I've ever seen. The ball managed to just get past him and go for 4. He really did time that one well.
Well, that's a brilliant shot. Once again, you really cannot set a field for a shot like that. Bisected both the fielders there.
Oh, he's got that away and he's gone. Yes, he's paddled it straight to mid-wicket. Well, having said he was going well, he tried to chip that one over the infield. It was a slower ball, very well bowled indeed, and all he succeeded in doing was chipping it straight to mid-wicket. Pramodia Vikramasinghe is out there now, down to bat at number 11, and he is the number 11 batsman, but Mahanama, who had all those problems with what looked like a bit of dehydration and then cramp setting in, hasn't appeared. That one's played away beautifully, and that's 4. What a magnificently timed shot by Chaminda Vas. Picked that one up from outside off stump and flayed it away wide of mid-on.
Well, this is a typical tail-ender shot, isn't it? But it was right there because Kambli turns the ball, even if it is very little, into the left-hander. And Chaminda Vas hit it with that little bit of spin for a boundary. That's a good effort there by Vas.
He's gone for it again, and one bounce to mid-wicket. This will hit the stumps if he is out. Yes, he's got to have him. He must be out. Yes, he's given him. That's a magnificent bit of fielding. Well, what a great fielder he is. Mohammad Azharuddin has picked it up, lined up those stumps. He could only see one, and what has he done? Spot on target, and he's got him.
Well, not a surprise at all, because if there is one man who constantly practices hitting at the stumps, throwing at the stumps, it is the Indian captain, Mohammad Azharuddin. He practices hours on end trying to hit just one stump, and he's managed to hit it at a crucial time for India, and he gets that wicket of Chaminda Vas. Sri Lanka 244 for 8.
Muralidharan is the new batsman. He's down at the non-strikers end. What a great bit of fielding. Any youngsters watching this telecast all around the world, we're going to show you something that you should practice. That's well bowled. 8 runs off the over. Well, let's have a look at this again. Young men watching this telecast around the world, watch this. This youngster, Mohammad Azharuddin, practices this all the time. Watch the ball. It bounces once before it gets to him. He pauses for a split second, lines up the stumps, lets it go, and watch the fielder. He knows it's going to hit at the end. Bang, hits one stump. Unbelievable. Last ball. He missed it. And that's the end of the innings. Well, after a disastrous start, they've ended up getting themselves 200.
Beautifully played by Tendulkar, square of the wicket on the offside for India's first boundary and Tendulkar's first boundary. 5 for no wicket.
Well, is a very good shot. A little bit of wrist, just waits for it. I said about the outfield being very quick. Once it gets past the guys in the circle, it just races away.
In the air and taken by Jayasuriya. So India lose the first wicket with 8 runs on the board.
Well, the crowd is stunned, look. Stood up clapping that Tendulkar for, but now there's quiet. We have a battle on our hands, they're just beginning to think. 250 is a long way to go. When you're 8 for 1, it just bounces on him a little bit, this. See, just bounces, carries nice and easily. A gift wicket. And are they absolutely delighted? What a start for Sri Lanka. 8 for 1.
Well, Sanjay Manjrekar, the new man in, coming in at the fall of Navjot Sidhu's wicket. And driven beautifully straight down the ground. No need to chase for that. Second boundary for Tendulkar. 11-12 for 1 India.
A bowl.
That really was unlucky for Vikram Singh. Got the edge, opened out Manjrekar, and the ball running away fine to third man for 4 runs. 21 for 1 India after 5. Current run rate.
That's nicely played. Will it beat Guru Singh? Yes, it has. Get the dive in, Guru. He came running across. The ball was only about a metre from him. I know he's a big bloke, but and I know it was going quickly, but you've got to dive.
You certainly know where your loyalties lie, Greggy. But it was a fine shot. Look at the way the left shoulder came in line with the ball, and then the follow-through. Copybook of drive.
Yes, he hit it beautifully. He's hit that one beautifully too. That'll go all the way. Magnificent shot. That one is a drive on the up, a square drive, and his placement was perfect. Well, that's well played again. Lovely shot. That's money for old rope in that area to Sachin Tendulkar. Anything on his legs, very strong.
It's in the air, it's perfectly placed. It's on the onside, all right, but it's into a huge gap. 4 runs.
It's a fine shot there by Tendulkar. Tendulkar going down the wicket to Muralidharan, who's just flighted it slightly outside off stump and hitting it over the mid-on into the vacant area there, the unprotected area, and getting 4 runs off it.
Sachin Tendulkar's on 49. Listen to the crowd. The crowd says it all. It looks so easy, a lot of style, really beautiful innings, and we love you, Tendulkar. Terrific shot, 4 all the way, straight along the carpets. The batsman's name is Tendulkar.
A characteristic Tendulkar shot, meeting the ball on the half volley and hitting it firmly past mid-on. Ball going like a tracer bullet on this very fast outfield.
See the footwork? Just a little shimmy down the pitch there, and a terrific clatter with that heavy bat, and yet he makes it look so elegant. The outfield has been fast, no doubt about that. If you hit a gap, it's 4 runs. Well, it looked like a bit of a rugby football match, a foreign game to these parts. Luckily they've kissed and made up.
As we did say earlier, this game's played in the greatest of spirit, which is great for a competition like the World Cup.
If Tendulkar was to get out, they might have a bigger problem. He's scoring most of the runs. He's got 60 out of that total.
He's played that one nicely. He's done that beautifully. pitched around about leg stump, and he's played it very fine for 4. Lovely shot.
Well, he's showing his class. He's shown it before in this World Cup competition, but while he's there, he's making batting look reasonably comfortable. Seems to have a range of shot for most types of deliveries, and he's making most of the running for India on his own.
Oh, he's got him. Yes, he's got him. I'm sure he's out. This could be a vital wicket. It was very, very well done. He's asked for the replay. Well, everyone is having a look at the lights. The whole place has swung around. Let's have a look at it.
Well, I think you're right, Tony. I think Tendulkar knows he's in big trouble here. Wonderful, smart glove work by the wicketkeeper. He sets off for a single. Oh, it's gone. It's tight, but I think he's gone. I think Sachin Tendulkar knows it deep down.
Yes, watch the light. It'll go in a minute. They want another. Have a look at it. There it goes again. Let's have a look. Back comes his front foot. He goes forward, and it's nicely picked up. Up it goes. The bails are off now, and his bat's in the air. That is definitely out. India are going to be 98 for 2. They are. It's gone quiet, this stadium. An absolute hush. Could it just be this is the beginning of a slide? India 98 for 2. 206 matches. This is the dismissal again.
Well, you could say it's a slice of luck for Sri Lanka, but that's really quick thinking by the wicketkeeper. Smart work.
In the air, and he's got him. He's out, caught and bowled. Is this the turning point? Mohammad Azharuddin going for a drive, and he's just chipped the ball straight back to the bowler. Dharamasina struck. That is a big wicket for the little Sri Lankans.
Big, that is enormous, Tony. Tendulkar's was big, but then to get the captain out straight away, there will be some silence in that crowd. They're absolutely stunned by it. 110,000 and 108 of them don't know what to say.
Well, he's going to get a single. That is almost a maiden, and they're cheering singles now. Well, things have changed. 99 for 3.
$100 for 3. Well, a lot depends on Kambli now. Yes, he knows. Pressure.
Oh, he's bowled him round the legs. That's a magnificent delivery. It's pitched in the rough and turned a little bit, and it's hit the leg stump, and that is the end of Mandraker. He's been there for longest. 47 balls for his 25, and Jaya Surya is doing it here for the Sri Lankans.
Well, all those people thought India were in trouble. Now they've got a ginormous task ahead of them. That's a beautifully bowled. He's worked out his plan. Probably seen Jimmy Adams bowl successfully against South Africa. Into the rough, left arm over, and it's causing all sorts of problems. 101 for 4.
Well, here's a surprise. The number 10 batsman has been sent in. This is Javagral Srinath. He's obviously been sent in to try and get some runs quickly. Oh, and that one spun from outside leg stump. In comes the throw. It hits the stumps. And the bail hits the little wicketkeeper square in the mouth. Well, desperate stuff out there.
Well, that's played away fine, and this should go all the way to the fence. The man at fine leg, short, made a despairing dive, couldn't stop it, and really a welcome boundary for India.
Well, that was the stroke of a master batsman. We must be fair to him.
Look at that required rate, climbing up all the time.
They've called for it, Ravi, and really it was an incredible suicide mission. He may well have got back, but he raced down the pitch and threw on the anchors.
Well, this is going to be close because Srinath is not the greatest runners between the wickets. There was a misunderstanding here. He was sent back by Kambli, and this is going to be a close call.
Never a run. Played the ball so firmly. Kambli's call anyway. And he shouldn't have set off like that. But let's see if he got back. In comes the ball. Look for the bat on the right. And does he? That's out.
There you can see again, there's no question about it.
Well, Srinath whacks his bat, but I'm afraid he has only himself to blame. It wasn't his call, Ravi, was it?
Certainly wasn't. It was the batsman's call. Srinath was in a hurry. He was sent back, but he had come down too far. So another big blow for India, 110 for 5. And really in dire straits. Jadeja played that superb innings against Pakistan. But that's history now. He's really got a job on his hands. He's bowled him round his legs again, the same way Manjrekar got out. Ajay Jadeja was never comfortable out there. Jayasuriya pitching this one up outside leg stump. Jadeja trying to sweep, missing it altogether and having his leg stump pegged back. Another wicket gone, 6 for 150 in India.
Interesting, ball before was called a wide. Just about that line. That one turned leg stump. Jayasuriya is the man of the moment. It's 115 for 6.
And the new man in, and Mongia really wouldn't have expected to come into bat in the 30th over. Has a job on his hands. And the end of another successful over from Jayasuriya. Just 2 runs coming off it and a wicket. 115 for 6 India.
You have to be interested to see where the left foot got to. Always you must put your left foot in line with the flight of the ball, and clearly Jadeja did not manage that. But the ball before was a wide out there. Now what's the front leg? What's the front pad? It doesn't go across too much, but just the space for the ball to zip around it.
Ravinder de Silva. He swept that one away. This is going to be out caught. It's high in the air. It's coming down. Yes, he's got him. He's gone for the sweep shot. He's got a top edge. And the Sri Lankans have struck again. Jayasuriya, the man in the action. Well, he didn't get any runs, but I tell you what, he's been in the action in the field.
Well, great joy from Sri Lanka there. They really have a stranglehold of these Indian batsmen. The only thing they seem able to do is get out. They don't seem to be able to get many runs. Just went straight up in the air. Nice catch in the end, going sideways and backwards. 120 for 7.
So the new batsman, Ashish Kapoor, 120 for 7. Those are his figures, an average of only 6. Someone is going to have to stay there with Kambli. One pushed away on the offside. Kambli wants one because it's the last ball of the over, but in comes Ranatunga. Even he's looking fleet-footed out there at the moment. Well, that last over produced another wicket, and on that occasion it was the wicketkeeper here. Just watch this shot. He goes for it. He gets a fair bit of bat on it, but it goes straight up in the air, and Jayasuriya looking as solid as a rock underneath it. Oh, he's got that in the air. This is going down the ground too. This could be out. There'll be a collision. He's got him. Yes, another one. Beautifully taken in the deep. That's a fantastic catch. That's Ravinder de Silva down there. He came charging in. One of his colleagues came towards him. It looked as if there was going to be a collision down there, but the Indians are committing suicide. One by one, they're hitting him in the air, and one by one, they're being toppled.
Well, it looked a simple catch straight up in the air, but it wasn't in the end. It was an excellent catch because there might have been a collision. Ravinder must have seen his partner there, and one eye must have been on a possible collision. One eye had to keep on the ball, but he did it brilliantly. Another one, another Indian batsman beats the dust, and now 120 for 8.
So Vinod Kambli is the new batsman. He's a right-hander. And unfortunately, we've got a few problems out there. The Indians really are not taking this very well. Their bottles being thrown out onto the ground. They've behaved so well, but they really are not happy with their side.
It was just stopping and turning square. It was virtually impossible. The easiest place to bat was against a new ball. Tendulkar again was a bit of a thorn in our team, and he got some decent runs. But it became increasingly difficult even for him to be able to construct an innings that was going to overhaul our target of 250. It wasn't going to be. The opposition struggled. The huge amount of crowds that came to watch weren't happy, and twice they interrupted the match by starting fires and throwing bottles or whatever. And on the second occasion, referee Clive Lloyd had no option but to abandon the match and give the game to Sri Lanka at a stage where it was pretty hopeless for India at 8 wickets down, a lot of runs to get, not many overs left.
A lot of things went wrong. A lot of things went wrong, right from winning the toss and not batting first, and batting crumbling after Sachin got out, and none of the batsmen could offer no more resistance to the Sri Lankan bowlers. So it was quite disappointing, and then we were so close. We could have easily gone to the finals.
India's trend on depending highly on Sachin Tendulkar continued yet again. As soon as the Master Blaster fell for 65, with India well poised at 98 for 2, the downfall was triggered. Cliched as it may sound, the Indian batting fell like a house of cards. The men in blue lost 6 more wickets while adding only 22 runs. On-field embarrassment for India was caught off the field as well, as the crowd's misbehaviour towards the Lankan fielders forced the match referee Clive Lloyd to award the match to Sri Lanka. It brought an end to India's journey in the 1996 World Cup, but more epic encounters were to follow